go, chat. There you go. Ha, that ad tried to pop up again. Don't even worry about it, chat. You just focus on the content. Baby, we got you. We got you. Oh, don't that one. You don't have to worry about that one either. All right, chat. Now we can lock in. How's that? Pretty good, huh? All right. You're welcome. All right. Okay. So yes. Oh, Mega Launcher. Yes, that's what I meant. Yeah. Are you sure it's not Wonder? Whatever. Yeah, the launcher thing. I really like the launcher thing. So, I mean, if there was any starter I would consider, it would be Mega Blastoise specifically, but I already know he doesn't make the cut. Like, I don't even have to really consider him. Okay, I'm surveying all of Kanto and their Alolan forms and Galarian forms. I had no idea Meowth had a Gigantamax. That's crazy. The lucky cat. Alakazam is pretty cool. I do really like Alakazam. Do I have any more honorable mentions here? I think Mega Pidgeot is underrated. Well, maybe not like competitively. I do wish he got more attention though, to be fair. I think he's a really cool Pokemon. That's about it. I just think he's really cool. Side note, shout out. I always thought it was really cool how Clefable's shadow is Gengar. And I think maybe this is a hot take. I think that's the coolest thing about Gengar. I will say, I don't even care. I don't even care what you guys say. I am one of those guys. I just love Gengar. I do. And I'm also just one of those guys. And I just love Dragonite. But I will say, lately, I've kind of thought Dragonair was the cool one lately. But for now, and I'll explain why in a couple more generations, I'm going to put Dragonite instead of Dragonair. Because I have another Pokemon that fills that spot. And then Gen 1, I'm just that guy, okay? You already know I love Mewtwo. You already know I love Mewtwo. We have a Mewtwo emote. You know what I mean? Like, come on. When he's sent out, he just says, what the fuck? Oh, we're talking about... I have seen that. Wait, I think somebody sent me that. Somebody sent me... He just goes, P. Goofy, Gigantamax, Pikachu. P. That was you? That's so funny. That probably was you. Okay. I don't have an emotional connection to Galarian, Rapidash, or Ponyta yet. I just think they're very cute, and I like them. And I'm glad that they were able to make a cool version of a Pokemon. Oh, I really do like Cloyster. I'm going to put Cloyster on the list. I do like Cloyster competitively. Or at least I did. I don't know if he's still good today. He's probably not. But I love me some Skill Link, Icicle Spear, Skill Link, Rock Blast. It's just a good Pokemon. You're talking, I would run Shell Smash, Rock Blast, Icicle Spear, and there was something else. I think it was Scald, just in case. But that was my team. Video is going to be a little weird, but I'm going to click it because I know what it is. These proportions, by the way, are actually perfect for theater mode. So that's actually pretty good. P. P. He's so huge. He's a big boy. Okay, Gen 1. Any other Pokemon that I love? Throw these two Pokemon in the trash. I hate Drowsy. Yeet! Yeet! I hate Hypno. They're disgusting. All right, moving on. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm not in love with Gyarados, as I know most people are. I think Eevee's even kind of overrated. I will say I really do love Lapras Gigantamax. You know what? Lapras Gigantamax might be my favorite. I haven't seen them all yet, but it's my favorite that I've seen so far. So maybe I put that on the list. Maybe I put that on the list. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put him on the list. I'm not a Gyarados guy either. Yeah, I'm gonna put Gigantamax Lapras on the list, and we'll see if they stay. Okay, we're in Johto now. So my favorite Pokemon from Kanto: Gengar, Dragonite, Mewtwo, Cloyster, and Gigantamax Lapras. We will see. We'll see if Gigantamax Lapras lasts any longer than that. Okay, Johto. Where we at, baby? I really like Bayleaf and Meganium. If you guys don't remember, Gold and Silver was actually my first game that I started. I did go back mid Gold and Silver, finish Red and Gold or Red and Blue, and then I went back to Gold and Silver and actually finished it. And it was the greatest thing on earth when I came back to the game and then beat the Elite Four, and then they took me back to Kanto, and I was like, I just beat that. I'm so glad I did that. This is like 8-year-old me. I was like, I can't believe, wow, that is so cool. You know what I mean? Macargo is just a ripoff for Torkoal. I guess. I mean, you could argue they're like cousins, you know? Like, I always imagine like Quagsire and like, I don't know, Swampert are cousins, you know? And also Seismitoad. They're all cousins. And all the water ground Pokemon. Anyway. I'm going to put Meganium up here because I think Meganium is really, really cool. I remember when Meganium had made its debut in Pokemon Snap, new Pokemon Snap. And it looked amazing. It looked amazing. Did you guys ever see this?
Well, that's definitely where the reading was coming from. Do you see or hear anything?
Another game to put on your list. True. I would actually enjoy that. That'd be a nice little one-off. Meganium looks so good in this game. If you didn't know, brace yourself. I'm not exaggerating. So in new Pokemon Snap, they introduce Illumina Pokemon. Pokemon that light up in the dark. It's so cool. What a great idea.
That Meganium's the Illumina Pokemon. Quick, get its picture.
Isn't that cool? So Meganium was the first one that you find in this game, I guess. And then you just like, you have to take its picture. It's so majestic. Hey, eyes up, eyes up. Eyes up, buddy. All right, these are terrible pictures. Who is playing this game? Guys, we could do so much better. Hello? Doesn't the Pokemon have to be facing the camera? Throw an apple or something, brother. Brother. Oh my god, this guy sucks at this game. I'm totally backseating. I've never played this game before. You just took a picture of his actual ass. All right, I'm out of here. Anyway. Anyway. You hear a three houses voice actor as the professor? Oh yeah, they have very good voice actors in that game. It's crazy. You played Pokemon Snap, you dropped it in like 2 weeks. I feel like that was most people. Because Pokemon Snap is that kind of game that like it requires you to play the same level over and over and over again. It's like a mastery kind of game, which is like so strange to say about a game like Pokemon Snap. It's like I have to get good at it. You kind of do. You actually kind of do. And a lot of people don't want to stick with it long enough to develop that skill set. I don't mind because I'm crazy. So, but anyway. That could be a good game to play down the road when we run out of little content there. Oh, did you guys hear? Did you guys hear that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is getting an automatic day 1 update for Switch 2 players? So the game is confirmed going to look better on day 1 for the Switch 2. Did you guys hear that? They've also increased the number of Pokemon you can see on the screen at a time. You know, that's pretty cool. They've reduced loading times. All of this on day 1 for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet if you have the Switch 2. That's crazy to say out loud. Like, it's for free. You know what I mean? That's insane. I think so. It looked gorgeous, didn't it? Oh my god, bro. It looked so good. Oh, sorry, you could see the ads again down there. I just realized. Anyway, okay. Shout out to Furret. I used to love Furret. When I was littler, I guess. I was like kind of medium age. I don't know. I was like high school. I really wanted a ferret, really bad, and then I got to have one in Furret. So yeah, shout out to that. And then I realized how they smelled, and I was like, nah, I'm good actually. I could love them from afar. I don't need to have one. And then yeah, that was the end of that. Fun fact, I just threw that cage out. I bought a ferret cage, I got one for like my birthday or something, and I never got a ferret. I just threw that cage in the garbage just now, like within a year ago, maybe November. So crazy. You see my, yes, I did. I read it out loud. I did. Oh, no, I didn't. 4 voice actors. Nice. Yelena, Gon, Shalnark, and this guy from Three Houses. I can't wait to know who this guy is. Okay. Oh, guys. I love Crobat. I love Crobat. We got to put Crobat on the list. Yeah, Crobat's on the list. Oh, I love Azumarill also. Yo, is huge power Azumarill still a thing? Yeah, he still has huge power. This Pokemon's attack is doubled. What? What? Bro, when huge power came out, I was like, no way, dude. No way, dude. So, like, it actually makes him pretty viable. Even though he's still, like, kind of mid in terms of tankiness and terrible in speed. Huge power makes, like, moves hit insanely well, especially if you put like a what do you call it? Oh yeah, people use belly drum. Huge power is nuts. You just have to survive one attack and that's it, and then you use Aqua Jet and you're good. Play rough is sick. Yeah. What's Normalium Z? If the user has a normal move, this item allows it to use a normal Z move. What the frick? What's a normal Z move? Wait, chat, I'm learning things. Normalium Z gives Azumarill access to Z Belly Drum, which restores its health back up to full. What? What? Who are you looking up at now? Azumarill. Azumarill. Yeah, I love Azumarill. Azuzu getting glazed. I mean, he good. You know, when you good, you good. Z moves are the Gen 7 gimmick. Yes, I just didn't know they had one per type. I didn't know that was how it worked. I thought only certain Pokemon got it. So can every Pokemon learn a Z move? That's kind of weird. Where are we at? Johto. Okay, chat. Here we get our first decision. Oh, well, no. I'm going to give a shout out to Togepi and Togetic. But you'll see why. You'll see why in a couple of generations we're not adding Togepi, Togetic. I love those Pokemon, though. I do. For a long time, Togetic was like, he would have been on the team. Togetic would have been on the team. I like the goofy little egg. I do. I like me a little Pop-Tart. You know what I'm saying? I really do. Shout out to Ampharos and Mega Ampharos. I just think they're cool. Look at this Braveheart ass looking ass Pokemon. Like, what? He's just like, what's up? What up? Yeah, I'm part dragon now. Like, what? Anyway. Okay. No. We have our first decision to make. Do I have to choose between Umbreon and Espeon? I think I like Espeon better. If I'm being totally honest. I think I like Espeon better. You know what? I need to refer to Pokedex entries. Cerebi, what was it talking about? Umbreon. Okay. Let's check out Pokedex entries for Umbreon first. When exposed to the moon's aura, the rings on his body glow faintly and gains a mysterious power. When darkness falls, the rings on his body begin to glow, striking fear in the hearts of anyone nearby. Yawn. Espeon. The tip of his forked tail quivers when it is predicting its opponent's next move. It uses the fine hair that covers its body to sense air currents and predict enemies' actions. Also, kinda yawn. Why are the Dex entries so boring for Gen 9? Let me see what Gen 8 says. Wields arcane power. With it can predict the weather and even people's thoughts. Ooh. Kind of cool. You know what? There's got to be a better way for me to see all Pokedex entries. Is it on Smogon? No. It's definitely not on Smogon. What's the other one people like to use? I forget. Bulbapedia. Let me see what Bulbapedia says. Oh, Bulbapedia's got them all. Chat, I am slowly converting to Bulbapedia, I think. Let's see what Bulbapedia says. Because I know, like, Gen 3 and Gen 4 especially have, like, really cool, crazy, unhinged Pokedex entries. Let me just skip to Gen 3. Actually, these are kind of boring. Let me see what Gen 4 says. Yeah, Umbreon's just boring. Umbreon's just boring. He's like edgy, but there's like nothing lore-wise about him. Espeon. Espeon's kind of cool because he can like use his fur to like read people's minds. It's crazy. And the orb on his forehead, by reading the air currents, it can predict the weather. Like, I like how it's not like, oh, he's just psychic. It's like, nah, he can do this and read your mind. He can do that and read the weather. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool. Ah, here we go. An Espeon is extremely loyal to any trainer it considers to be worthy. It is said to have developed precognitive powers to protect its trainer from harm. Now, that is a good dex entry. That is a good dex entry. And I think I've decided. Yeah, Espeon's going on the list. Espeon's going on the... Sorry, Umbreon. This isn't everybody's favorite. This is my favorites. So, that shit right there about it being loyal to anyone it deems worthy. And you're going to see a theme. Like, there's a lot of Pokemon like that for me that I could just relate to. You know what I mean? Okay. Mischievous. How do we feel about Mischievous? Let's see if I could just do this. Does it work? It does not work. It should have worked, I thought. Did I spell Mischievous wrong? How do you spell Mischievous? Will it say if I hover? No. Great. Okay, well, it's like 4 Pokemon after Umbreon, so I could probably just do this. I definitely didn't spell it wrong. I definitely didn't spell it wrong. Look at that Pokemon card. That looks good. What a good looking Pokemon card. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find a good one. Mischievous frightens people with a creepy, sobbing cry. Okay. This Pokemon apparently uses its red spheres to absorb fearful feelings of foes and turn them into nutrition. This is what I was talking about, Gen 3. Gen 3 is crazy with the Pokedex entries. A Mischievous frightens people with its creepy, sobbing cry. Apparently... Oh, I just read that. It loves to sneak... Here's Gen 4, by the way. It loves to sneak up on people late at night, then startle them with a shriek-like cry. It gets nourishment from fear that it absorbs into its red orbs. In daytime, it sleeps in darkness. What the frick? Okay. It's a very interesting Pokemon. I do like it as a Pokemon. It is not one of my favorite. Typical ghost type behavior. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think Girafarig is a cool Pokemon. Shout out Girafarig. I think Forretress is a cool Pokemon to use competitively. Shout out to Forretress. Let's see. I have never in my entire life used a Mega Steelix. Just throwing that out there. Never. I have used a Steelix before, and I didn't like it. I liked using Forretress better. I hated using Steelix. I think Steelix is just, you're supposed to explode it. I'm not even lying. Not even lying. What's your opinion on Shedinja? I like Shedinja. Don't mind me as I casually put Sneasel up here, by the way. And Hisuian Sneasel has grown on me, I will say. I like Shedinja. Wait, what did I say? Oh, no, wait. No, I like Shedinja. That's it. When I said it at first, I was thinking about Ninjask. I like Ninjask, but Shedinja is the cool one in my book. Steelix too weak. Steelix is weird. Steelix is weird. He has a really good defense stat and like nothing else. He's got good typing, I guess. He does his shit moves. Last time I checked. Let me check. Let me check again here. Like, I don't think he learns anything actually genuinely useful. His attack and special attack stats are garbaggio. Let me see. Oh wait, no, I take that back. I think. Let me see. Isn't his attack decent? Let me see. Where are his stats? Did I pass him? Oh, here we go. Yeah, defense 200, attack 85. His attack's okay, right? His speed is 30. Now here's the cooker, okay? His special defense is 65. So he's only physically defensive. And for me, when you're a steel type, that's really bad because it's so easy for like a flamethrower to just pick you off. It's so easy for like a play rough. Well, play rough is physical, like a draining kiss or a dazzling gleam, you know, to completely decimate you, you know. And so many Pokemon learn those like that aren't even fairies, you know. Gengar can learn dazzling gleam, like why? Galarian Lanoon? I don't want to talk about Galarian Lanoon. It's too soon. It's too soon. But we'll get there. We'll talk about him in a little bit. Before we get there, let's finish up Johto and every other generation leading up to that. Wait, what? Oh, yes. I would love to. That's exactly why I put Hisuian Sneasel on the board. Because of the shiny. Shiny Hisuian Sneasel? And it's typing? You know what I mean? I don't even remember, and now I have to check. Does this shiny Sneasler look cool? I feel like it doesn't. Oh, actually, not bad. I think it's better than shiny Weavile. But still, I think shiny Sneasel is the one. Shiny Hisuian Sneasel is the one. Brother, Sense Win. Sense Win is shiny Weavile red. He's not. He's just not, right? He's pink. It's a fake picture. Yeah. He's pink. I guess they made him a little darker. Wait, actually? Is this in Legends Arceus? What does he look like today? Cerebi, Weavile. We'll get to the bottom of this right now. Okay, Gen 8, but what about Gen 9? Oh, dude! Wait a minute, he's kind of red now. Wait, he looks really good as red. It's yellow. Okay. Hold on. He has not been red. Do not try to gaslight me. Do not. Okay, look. There we go. Gen 4, pink as hell. Gen 5, pink as hell. Gen 6, dark pink. This is where they started to do it, right? But it's still clearly not red. You could see the red next to the dark pink and tell the difference, right? Gen 7, the lines get blurrier slightly. Like we are slowly moving the hexadecimal. Right? It's darker and darker. They are gaslighting us, chat. To the point where now, in Gen 9, he is darker than red. He's like maroon now. And I'm not mad at it, actually. We might have to do a shiny hunt for both of them. I think I like both of their shinies now. This is very different from this. Can we all agree? Very different. Yo, shiny Weavile looks good now. Today's a good day, chat. Today's a good day. Okay. Snubble, Gramble. Yeah, Scissor's a cool Pokemon. I love that they gave Heracross a Mega. I really do. I think that's cool. I've never used Ursaluna before. I've never owned an Ursaluna before. But I feel like I could really like a Ursaluna. I did really like Ursaring, and I'm talking back in Gen 2. I did really like Ursaring. So you do with that what you will. Not one of my favorite Pokemon, though. Macargo really is probably... You can't say a knockoff Torkoal, first of all, buddy. He came out like 4 years before him. Maybe 3. So, like... But yeah, I think, you know, debatably, they maybe should have even made Macargo evolve into Torkoal. Personally, that's probably what they should have done. And then Torkoal would be a lot stronger because he'd be a third evolution. You know what I mean? They maybe should have done that. But I'm still glad that they didn't do that because Torkoal is one of those standalone evolutions that has a lot of potential for new evolutions down the road. So as many as 2 evolutions now. So I think that's cool. Swine Up, Pilot Swine. Not gonna lie, never cared about them until Mamoswine came out. So we'll talk about Mamoswine when Mamoswine comes up. Corsola, I've always liked. Cursola, I like more. So I'm gonna put Cursola up first, or this is Corsola, right? The other form. Cursola, when we get to it, I'll put it up and I'll put Cursola back down. That's a reminder for me. Okay. Remoraid has no business evolving into Octillery. It must be said. I think Remoraid should have evolved into Mantine because Remoraid literally is there on Mantine's body at all time. It's like in his picture. So like, what the frick? Anyway, it's like a Dreepy Dracloak situation. It's like a Dreepy Dragapult situation. Now the Mantine never uses the Remoraid. The Remoraid is a parasite. But if that's the case, then what the heck is this Octillery even doing here? It's like a loop that never fulfills itself. It's kind of like the baby Kangaskhan scenario. You know what I mean? If baby Kangaskhan, if a Kangaskhan dies and baby Kangaskhan takes its skull and puts it on, it becomes a Cubone. But if Cubone evolves, it becomes a Marowak. And if the Marowak has kids, right? Like, you know, it's an incomplete circle. It's very strange. It's very strange. Anyway, shout outs to Houndoom and Mega Houndoom. Think they're very cool Pokemon. Kingdra, very cool Pokemon. I used to really like Smeargle, and now I'm just sick of him. I think it's a mix of competitive Pokemon, him getting banned, and then also Pokemon Go that just really made me sick of Smeargle. So, sorry. Sorry, Smeargle enjoyers. Moody was ridiculous. It was. But it was also ridiculously cool. Anyway. No, I think the coolest thing about Smeargle is you can customize your own moves. And truly, that was the main thing, I think. I think Moody's pretty broken. But I think the fact that you can give him whatever moves you wanted was even more broken. Because people would just use Dark Void. And then he would be untouchable. And then he would rack up all the stat boosts. And then he could just kill you. You know what I mean? Anyway. Let's see. Him on top is stupid. I like the concept. I think they could have done much better. Personally. I think he's a cool Pokemon standalone, but I think in the evolutionary tree, I mean, he just gets shafted. He gets, like, he's just mid all around. Shoutouts to my babies. Shoutouts to Whitney's Miltank specifically. You know what you did? You know what you did. Chat, I used to love Blissey so much. I used to love Blissey. Blissey was on my competitive team. I was one of those guys. I'm not ashamed to tell you, I had a Blissey and a Shuckle. In Gen 4, by the way. So it would take you like an hour to beat me. It would take you so long. Delay test. Does the delay test pass your standards? What do you think? Pupitar? Nah, brother. We skipping Pupitar and we going straight to Tyranitar. I love me some Reptar, chat. I love me some Reptar. Fuck that Miltank. What's good, John John, baby? What's good? How you been? Okay. Pupitar should be the baby Tyranitar. Oh, yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, Larva does come before Pupa, doesn't it? So that does kind of make sense. Where am I? Where the frick am I? Oh, here we go. Chat, I have a hot take. I don't care about the legendary dogs at all. I never have. I never will. I know that's crazy. I will say, though, the Paradox Entei was pretty damn cool. Paradox Entei, pretty damn cool. They're lame in my opinion. I agree. I think they're just, I don't know. They were never as cool as the legendary birds. You know? Suicune's kind of cool. Suicune's got aura, but it's just not enough for me. I think Tyranitar has more aura than Suicune. You know what I mean? The dogs are okay. All right, I'm gonna not be chatting as much, wrapping up this new Doom game. Dude, enjoy. Now, Celebi is one of the few mythicals that I am gonna put up here, because I like Celebi, and I do have like an emotional connection to what's that forest he's from again? Oh no, wait, no, that's not right. I'm thinking about the Gen 4 equivalent, not I think in Gen 2 it was like the Elix forest or something like that. But what I'm talking about is Eterna Forest, which I believe is where you can encounter Celebi in Gen 4. Hear me out. Porygon 2 has more aura than Entei. You know what? I don't know if aura is the right word, but you're on to something there. You're definitely on to something.